Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. This is lecture number 11 in the writing course, and it's also about the types of sentences, and we will talk more about the compound sentence. We talked about the compound sentence in lecture 10. Now again we have more about the compound sentence in lecture 11. Let's try to remember first what a compound sentence is. So we have some revision. After that we will talk about run-ons and comma splices and conjunctive adverbs. Okay, we have 4 components. Now, this slide is from the previous lecture. It's about compound sentences. You remember that a compound sentence consists of 2 simple sentences, and in the middle we have a comma and a coordinating conjunction. You remember this from lecture 10. This is also from lecture 10. When do we use and? We use and to connect 2 simple sentences here with similar ideas. You remember this. And the sentences can be positive or negative. Look at the examples. We have, my friend is a teacher and his sister is a doctor. He doesn't like music and she doesn't like art. These are compound sentences. Now, but. When do we use but? We use but to connect 2 opposite ideas, not similar ideas. She likes art, but she doesn't like music. I hope you remember this from the previous lecture. Now, also, or. How many coordinating conjunctions have we studied? We studied 4 coordinating conjunctions. And, but, or, and so. Or is used to connect alternatives, choices. You have to choose one of 2 choices or 3 choices. Remember this example? Every Friday they go to a mall or they visit some friends. They go to a mall or they visit some friends. They cannot or they don't do both of them. They do one of them. So, for reason and result. And you remember this example. It's the same example in lecture number 10. So, now this is a revision. Now let's talk about run-ons. What is a run-on? When we talk about run-ons, we are talking about mistakes or errors in punctuation in compound sentences. In compound sentences. You remember that in a compound sentence, we need what? We need a comma and a coordinating conjunction, like and, but, or, so. A comma and a coordinating conjunction. Now, look at this example. Subject, verb, subject, verb. Is this correct? This is not correct. What do we need here? We need a coordinating conjunction. And, or, but, so. What else do we need? We need a comma before that. Now look at this example. Is this sentence correct? Francisco worked out. Maria cleaned her room. Francisco subject, worked out, verb. Maria subject, cleaned her room, predicate or verb and complement. Now, this is not correct. There is a mistake or an error here. This is called a run-on. Run-on. So, a run-on is 2 simple sentences punctuated incorrectly or joined incorrectly. What do we need to correct this? We will see this later. This is another mistake or error. The first test was difficult. The second one was easy. This is not correct. We have two simple sentences, but we don't have anything in between them. We don't have any punctuation marks. Now, how do we correct these mistakes? There are two ways. We can correct them in two different ways. We can use a period, full stop. This is the easiest way. This way, as you can see, Francisco worked out, full stop, Maria cleaned her room. Now, this is correct. But we don't have a compound sentence here. We have two simple sentences, but this is correct. The first test was difficult, full stop. The second was easy. Again, this is correct. We have two simple sentences. So the first way is to use a full stop between the two sentences. The other way to correct a run-on is by using a comma and a coordinating conjunction. Look at the example. Francisco worked out, Maria cleaned her room. Are these ideas similar or are they different? Is there a reason and a result? Is there a choice? Okay, the two ideas are similar. Now, what do we use when we have two similar ideas in two simple sentences? We use the compound, the coordinating conjunction, and. Okay, look at the sentence now. Francisco worked out, comma, and Maria cleaned her room. We have a compound sentence now. A compound sentence. Also, the second one, the first test was difficult, but the second one was easy. Difficult and easy, they are different. They are not similar. So we use but. The first test was difficult, but the second test was easy. Question about run-ons. Which of the following is a run-on? Look at these sentences. One of them is a run-on. Some people like cats, others prefer dogs. Look for the subject. Some people. And the verb, like. Do we have other subjects? Others, other people. And another verb, prefer. Do you think sentence A is correct? Okay. Look at the other sentences. Some people like cats, others prefer dogs. This is also incorrect. Notice, sentences A and B are incorrect. Look at C. Some people like cats and others prefer dogs. This is correct. Sentence D. Some people like cats, full stop. Others prefer dogs. This is correct. Two simple sentences. A and B are incorrect, but one of them is a run-on. Remember what a run-on is? You see, two simple sentences with no punctuation or coordination between them. So A is a run-on. Now B is another kind of mistake. We will study it after this, which is the comma splice. So sentence B in the previous question is a comma splice, which means using a comma between two simple sentences. A comma alone, without any coordinating conjunction. We cannot do this. Look at this formula. Subject plus verb plus comma plus subject plus verb. This is incorrect. You cannot do this. What do you call this? It's a comma splice. It's not a run-on. It's a comma splice. Look at the example. Some people like cats. Others prefer dogs. Incorrect sentence. It's a comma splice. Francisco worked out. Maria cleaned her room. Comma splice. These are incorrect. The first test was difficult. The second test was easy. Again, all of these are comma splices. They are comma splices. How do we correct comma splices? The same way. It's like correcting run-ons. It's not different. Also, we have two ways. The first one by using a full stop. The easiest. Some people like cats, full stop. Others like or prefer dogs. Now here we have two simple sentences, but there is no mistake. It's correct. Francisco worked out. Maria cleaned her room. Correct. The first test was difficult. The second one was easy. Also correct. So this is the first way to correct run-ons. It's also the first way to correct comma splices. The second way is using a comma and a coordinating conjunction. But you have to choose the right coordinating conjunction. Some people like cats and others prefer dogs. Why did we use and, not but or so? Yes, because the two sentences have similar ideas. They are about similar ideas. Like and prefer, similar ideas. Some people like cats, some people like or prefer dogs. We have similar ideas. Notice the comma, and, comma, and. Francisco worked out. Maria cleaned her room. Similar ideas. Both of them are working. Francisco worked out, exercised. To work out means to exercise, to do physical exercise. Francisco worked out and his sister Maria cleaned her room. We have similar ideas also. The first test was difficult, but the second one was easy. Difficult and easy, they are not similar ideas. They are opposite ideas, not similar, opposite ideas. Notice the comma. Here we have two web pages. You can refer to them to learn about comma splices. And we have also two web pages to study more about run-ons. Let's look at these questions now to practice what we studied today. Now this is a question. Which of the following is a comma splice? You have to know which one is a comma splice. Some people like cats, others prefer dogs. Some people like cats, others prefer dogs. Some people like cats, comma, and others prefer dogs. Some people like cats, full stop, others prefer dogs. Which of them is a comma splice? Okay. Yes, it's B. What about A? What about sentence A? Yes, it's a run-on. Sentence A is also incorrect because it's a run-on. Sentence B is incorrect because it's a comma splice. Now C and D are correct. What's the difference between C and D? Okay, sentence C is a compound sentence. Compound sentence. D, we have two simple sentences. You can see full stop, which means another new sentence. Which of the following is a comma splice? Another question. Look at these sentences. We have 4 sentences. Which of them is a comma splice? You know what a comma splice is. Using a comma between 2 simple sentences alone, without any coordinating conjunction, which is incorrect in English. I don't watch TV, comma, but my children do. But my children watch TV, I mean. Is this correct or incorrect? Yes, it is a correct sentence. I don't like garlic, full stop. I don't like onions. 2 simple sentences. Correct. I don't like garlic, comma. I don't like onions. 2 simple sentences. 1 comma in between. Incorrect. And this is what? A comma splice. The last sentence, or the last option is correct. I don't watch TV, full stop. My children do. 2 simple sentences. Correct. Now look at this question. Identify, find which of the following sentences is a comma splice, which is a run-on, or which is correct. Now, sentence 1. We are going to have spaghetti for dinner, comma, and we are going to have ice cream for dessert. Is this a comma splice, or a run-on, or a correct sentence? What do you think? We have a comma and we have and between 2 simple sentences. Correct. Another question. Would you like to play tennis, comma, would you like to go to the golf course? What's this? We have a comma alone between 2 simple sentences. Is this a comma splice, or a run-on, or is it a correct sentence? You're right, it's a comma splice. Very good. Now let's talk about something else. We are still talking about compound sentences. And you know we have already studied 4 coordinating conjunctions. And, but, so, and, or. Now we have other words that give the same meaning. For example, the word and, we can use furthermore, moreover, or in addition. All these 3 words give the same meaning as and. You see them in the table. They are in 1 row. They have the same meaning. The word but, it means however or nevertheless. You have to learn this. You have to remember them. So but means however and or nevertheless. The word so, therefore, and as a result give the same meaning. Or means otherwise. So again, if you look at the table, in the first column we have the coordinating conjunctions that we studied in this lecture and in the previous lecture. And in the second column we have conjunctive adverbs. Conjunctive adverbs. And you see, they have the same meaning. They have the same meaning. And means furthermore, moreover, in addition, etc. But you have to be careful about punctuation. Let's see some examples. It's raining, comma, so she's wearing a raincoat. You know this is a reason, comma, so result. She is wearing a raincoat. Compound sentence with coordinating conjunction. Now look at this. So means what? the table in the previous slide. It's raining, semicolon. Can you see the semicolon? Not a comma, semicolon. As a result, comma, she's wearing a raincoat. These two sentences have the same meaning. They have the same meaning. And both of them are compound sentences. They are what? Compound sentences. Another example. I am hungry, but I don't have time to eat. You remember the meaning of but in the previous slide? I am hungry, however, I don't have time to eat. These two sentences mean the same. So look at these two sentences again. They give the same meaning. And these two sentences also give the same meaning. One with a coordinating conjunction. We have and, but, or, and so. And one with a conjunctive adverb, the green one. Conjunctive adverb. Let's see more examples. We're going to have spaghetti for dinner, and we're going to have ice cream for dessert. In addition. In addition means and. Notice the punctuation. Comma, and. Semicolon, in addition, comma. Notice them, they are in red. You need to work harder or you will get fired. You need to work harder, otherwise you will get fired. So, you see, these two sentences have the same meaning. And these two sentences have the same meaning. More about conjunctive adverbs. Online, you can go online and see these, study more about them. Let's do some practice now. Which of the following sentences is punctuated correctly? Punctuated, punctuation marks. Sentence A. Ali is tired, comma, so, comma, he would like to go to bed. Okay? What's wrong with this sentence? Is it correct? Is it the right answer? Do we have a comma before and after so? Think about it. You remember this? Ali is tired, so, comma, he would like to go to bed. Now we have a comma after so. Is this correct? Ali is tired, so he would like to go to bed. What's wrong with this sentence? Ali is tired, so he would like to go to bed. Ali is tired, comma, so he would like to go to bed. Now think about these sentences. They give the same meaning, but only one of them is punctuated correctly. One of them is punctuated correctly. Look at the sentences again. The first one, comma, so, comma. This is incorrect. You cannot do this. The second one, so, comma. We don't use a comma after so. Never use a comma after so in compound sentences. Ali is tired, so he would like to go to bed. We need a comma in the sentence. This is also incorrectly punctuated. So the right answer is D. Sentence D, comma, plus so. Another question, again about punctuation. Which of these sentences is punctuated correctly? Number 1. My computer frustrates me, however. What does however mean? Remember, however means but. It's similar in meaning to the word but. However means but. What do we need? What punctuation marks do we need? Now this is, however, is not a coordinating conjunction. It's an adverb. It's a conjunctive adverb, as we studied in this lecture. My computer frustrates me. However, I couldn't live without it. I couldn't live without it. Two sentences, two simple sentences. All of these make one compound sentence. But there is a mistake. There is a punctuation error here. Do you think A is correct? I don't think so. My computer frustrates me, semicolon. Can you see the semicolon? We call it semicolon, not comma. However, I couldn't live without it. Is this a correct sentence? My computer frustrates me. However, we have a semicolon before and a comma after. However, comma, I couldn't live without it. And D, my computer frustrates me, however, comma. Which one is correct? Okay, the correct choice is C, because as you can see we have a semicolon before and a comma after. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time, inshallah.